Rules of categorical syllogism. There are 8 rules of valid categorical syllogism. 4 of them are related to terms, whereas other 4 are related to the propositions. We have to either accept or reject these rules since these rules are not provable. But rejecting these rules, we couldn't be able to form syllogism. These are classified under rules of structure, rules of distribution of terms, rules of quality, and rules of quantity. Rules of structure is: a syllogism must contain only 3 propositions. A syllogism must consist of only 3 terms. If there are 4 terms, then there is a fallacy of 4 terms. This fallacy occurs when we use some ambiguous terms in 2 different senses on 2 occasions. Then there are, instead of 3 terms, 4 terms. If the fallacy is committed to the middle term, then the fallacy is known as the fallacy of ambiguous middle term. In the same manner, if the ambiguous term takes the place of the major and minor term, then the fallacy is of major and minor terms. Rules of distribution of terms. Middle term must be distributed at least once in the premises, otherwise there will be the fallacy of undistributed middle term. Secondly, a term which is distributed in the conclusion must be distributed in the respective premise. If the major term violates this rule, then there is a fallacy of major term. If the minor term violates this rule, then there is a fallacy of minor term. Rules of quality. There must be at least one premise which is affirmative, otherwise no conclusion can be drawn from 2 negative premises. Secondly, the conclusion cannot be negative in the case of 2 affirmative premises. Rules of quantity. No conclusion can be drawn from 2 particular premises. There must be at least one universal premise. The conclusion always follows the weaker part, so if one premise is particular, then the conclusion must be particular only. When both premises are universal, then only universal